lane when I pass in the street. Bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flame.
3, 2, 1, we are live.
We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, welcome back to another episode of We're Not Famous with Sam and
Jernavis. And we have a special guest today. Someone that has helped me in boxing. I've been blessed to be trained by him. I've worked with some of his fighters, Jeff. He's trained Jeff.
Oh, he's trained
Jeff.
Jeff.
For many years, absolutely.
Jeff the Killer Merritt.
Today we have Alberto Palmetta.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nickname Beto.
The Alberto Palmetta.
Absolutely.
I remember when I first saw this guy, when I first walked into the gym about a year and a half ago, I saw him going at it with Gene, and I was really struck. I thought this is going to sound very homosexual. It looked like poetry.
Poetry, right?
And these guys were going so hard, but it was so controlled. And I could just tell he was on another level than anyone I had ever seen before. He is a gentleman, a
silent assassin is what I call him.
Silent
assassin.
One of the sweetest, nicest guys I've ever seen. But he could kill you with his bare hands right now. I got to keep a healthy distance from him just because I'm scared. But Alberto, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to be here.
Just to start off, so Alberto, what's interesting is that your story, based on what I've kind of learned, right? You tell me this is correct also, yes. Please. Welterweight, you've been in this weight class for how long?
Yeah, I did my pro debut in super welterweight.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So for, I don't know, maybe 5 fights, I think so. And then I moved to welterweight.
Got it. And before you even became this star boxer, tell us about your origins, your backstory, and how were you as a kid?
You grew up in Argentina, yeah?
Yeah, I grew up in Argentina. Wow. Yeah, I came to the United States in 2018 when I was 28.
What?
Yeah.
28?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who induced you? Yeah, who induced you to boxing?
And how? Yeah. Because you had a whole life. 28 years old. You know, Alexander the Great had already conquered the world by the time he was that age.
Now, when I was a kid, I was very obsessive and fan for soccer. Yeah, my big dream when I was 5 years old, 6 years old was I want to be a professional soccer player, you know. Okay. I remember I watched a lot of soccer matches on TV, and I'm very fan of Boca Juniors. That is a big team from Argentina. And I say, one day I'm going to be on TV, and one journalist, some journalist is going to do an interview to me, you know. Okay. So that was my thought when I was a kid, you know. And I worked really hard. I played soccer from 6 years old to 14, 13, something like that. Mm-hmm. And then I turned to boxing, you know. Boxing. How I got involved in boxing, some friend from high school called me one day and said, "Hey, Beto, do you want me to come with me to try boxing? I would like to try. Maybe you are interested too to come with me." I said, "Why not?" By that time, I was kind of, okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep, you know, playing soccer because my family, I come from a family, you know, without money, you know, with a lot of troubles, you know, about economic, etc. So for that reason, I made a decision, okay, I'm going to stop, you know, to play soccer. Okay. And I started, you know, to just spend more time outside in the street, you know, doing things, you know, as a teenager, you know.
I got you, yeah.
Playing outside, having street fights, you know.
Would they fight in the street when you were growing up?
Yeah, I wasn't a bad guy, you know.
Right.
Never. It's not my personality, you know. But
No, I'm not saying, but was
But-
it like slap boxing, like for fun, or was it?
yeah, of course. Yeah, we
Okay.
play in the street, you
Right.
know. A lot of game about fights.
Got it. Got it.
I remember to play in the neighborhood with some friends, you know. 3 time touches. So if you touch me 3 times, you
Slap
know.
box. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Told you, slap boxing.
So yeah, we play, and then when I was 14 years old, I stepped into the boxing gym for the first time,
Okay. 14.
and I fall in love. You know, so I said because boxing is everything about you. Everything is on you.
That's true.
You know, if you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna get, you know,
You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna beat
Yeah.
up. And also, you know, you are not gonna improve your technique, your conditioning. So I always I was like a very fan of sports, you know, and everything about me was about sports, you know.
Got it.
So when I stopped to play soccer, in my mind I say, okay, after high school I'm gonna go to university
Okay.
to study physical education teacher to one day be a soccer coach.
Okay.
That was my mentality when I was 14 years old. And then I got involved in boxing.
Okay.
But in my mind, I say, okay, even that right now I want to build a boxing career,
Okay.
I want to study university. So, yeah.
So you were thinking about both
yeah.
boxing and still getting the degree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And my dad one day told me, when I got my diploma from university,
So you have a
told me-
degree?
Yeah.
He got okay.
I got my degree. The same year that I went to Olympic, I got my degree.
Oh, really?
In
Did you study in
2016.
between? You
That's
know.
amazing.
Yeah, it was so hard for me because when you are in the Olympic team, you have to travel a lot, you know, around the world, and you have to train for some period of time, you know, outside of everything. And I couldn't go to university, or sometimes, you know, maybe you have to go to university full time, and I have to talk them. I cannot do that. Maybe I can come for just a few hours. And physical education teaching in Argentina, you spend 4 years to get your degree, right?
Okay.
So I spent almost 8 because of the Olympic team.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I say, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to get my diploma
Get your
anyway.
diploma.
So, yeah, the same year that I went to Olympic, I got my diploma.
And how do you get on? How do you make the? Is it like a competition to make the Olympic team for Argentina? Like how? What's that process look like?
And what year was it?
1 year.
Oh, 2016, right?
Right.
2016 was the
Yeah.
year that I went to Olympic
Right.
in Rio. But I've been in the Olympic team for 8 years. So, first of all, you got to be the number 1 of your country
Wow.
to be selected for the Olympic team.
And how do you become that?
So I did my first amateur fight in 2006 when
Okay.
I was 16.
16.
My first 4 amateur fight, I lost.
No.
And I want to quit. And I
Really?
say,
Your first 4.
I was so sad.
Did you get hurt?
No, I
Just lost.
just lost, you know,
And
by
you
decision.
knocked out at all? Or?
No. Well, in the beginning, it was hard for me to understand the sport, you know, because it's like you say in the beginning, Beto is a sweet guy, you know, right here, calm, but in the ring,
Killer.
I become
Yeah.
crazy, you know,
Yes.
like I really want to hurt you, you know,
Right.
and you have to understand that it's a sport. Of course, I don't want to do anything bad to you, you know, I don't
Right.
want to hit you back in the head or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we understand.
But
Yeah, it's within the rules of the game.
I become, you know,
Yeah.
an animal, you know, in the ring, but outside,
Silent assassin. Told you.
I'm
He
a
is.
person,
He
you know,
is.
whatever.
Yeah, he is.
That's what
So-
people don't understand about professional fighters. They're some of the nicest people in the
They
world.
are. They are.
because they can process their emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're emotionally intelligent. They
yeah.
can kind of balance.
It's
and-
like you can switch, you can be another person in 1 second, you know, it's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but in the beginning, when I got involved in boxing, it was hard for me to understand. It's like,
Okay.
if I'm gonna fight with someone, I'm gonna fight because that person do something bad to me.
Got it.
That was my mentality in the beginning. So I was like freezing, like hey, how
You were
you know
angry.
I
You were
have to
getting
hit
angry.
someone that I don't have any problem.
No
you know?
problems with. Got it.
You
Got
understand?
it. Yes.
So in the beginning it was
It's
like
a
this.
weird thing about boxing, right?
It is.
It's a psychological sport. You know?
It is.
So after my last fight that I lost, I went back to the gym, sad. I remember crying because when you're a teenager and you lost all the time, everybody make fun about you, everybody joke about it, whatever. So I got a lot of that,
Okay.
So I went to the gym and I told my coach by that time, and I told him, hey, coach, I don't want to box anymore. So I
Wow.
think that boxing is not for me.
Okay.
And he told me, hey, if you think that you have to stop, I respect your decision. But in my opinion, you have to try it one more time.
Okay.
And me, always, I am and I was respectful to my coach.
Okay.
Everything that coach say, and you know me because you saw me a lot of time working with Coach Mooney. So
Yes. Yeah.
everything that coach say, okay. I respect that and I'm gonna do it. So my coach told me, okay, you gotta try one more time. I said, okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
My fight number 5, I won.
Okay.
How good did that feel?
Wow, that was amazing,
Right.
because all that I want by that time is that the ref raised my hand.
Raise your hand,
That's
right.
the sensation that I want to feel.
Right.
And after that win, everything changed.
Okay.
My mind changed, everything changed.
Right.
That was in 2006.
Okay.
In 2009, I became an Argentina champion.
Wow.
So
How many fights did you have to 2000?
50, 55.
5-0.
50.
Can I ask you, like, those 4 fights, how long that you lost? How long in between
No, it
each
was
one?
too quick because my debut in amateur was, I don't know, this week, and then in the next week I fought again.
No.
And the next
Oh,
month
wow.
I fought again.
Wow.
Everything was too fast.
Got it.
Yeah. Good
So-
learning. Learn fast. Right?
Yeah.
And you learn do you feel like you learn more when you lose a fight because you think about it at night?
I don't know if you learn more when you lose. I think that you learn more when you are humble, when you are honest to yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear boxers, or athletes, talking, and I say, man, maybe you should, slow down and think more about your performance or your attitude. Always, I like to criticize myself,
Okay.
and I'm like this since I was, I don't know. a
You did
kid,
this in soccer too, I bet.
all the time.
Okay.
I was that kind of kid that no, I'm doing this wrong. I gotta practice, and everything for me was and is about practice. For me, nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
That's my mentality.
Yeah.
Of course, you gotta be with your feet on the ground, But for me, everything is about practice, and even more in the sport. You gotta be honest to yourself, and you learn a lot when you lose. Every loss for me was a learning.
Okay.
And every loss for me was something that I need to change, something that I need to improve, some professional that I need to hire or fire or something was going bad in my life that I need to fix it.
Got it.
Yeah.
For example, in 2017, when I lost my first professional fight,
Okay.
I was winning the fight. That fight was 6 rounds. I knocked my opponent down. I was dominating, etc. In the round number 5, I felt a punch right in my chin.
Yes.
Boom! I went down to the ground,
Okay.
and I couldn't recover. I stand up, everything, but the ref saw that I wasn't ready to keep fighting,
Okay.
and he stopped the
He
fight.
stopped the fight.
And that for me was terrible.
Yeah.
But I say, okay, this happened because I need some changing.
Got it.
And that was the time that I say, okay,
Do you think the ref stopped it too soon?
I gotta stop to fight in Argentina. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna keep fighting in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, because I wasn't motivated in Argentina. The boxing business is sometimes is bad, you know, like
Right.
Corrupt?
hurt you, yeah, but really hurt you. You're feeling everything, you know,
Yeah.
your expectation, everything.
Can I ask, what did your parents think of you getting into boxing when you were a teenager?
It was a process, you know.
Yeah.
In the beginning, of course, my mom, for example, I have 129 amateur fights.
Wow.
And my mom,
Wow.
Damn fights.
and my mom, she went just 4, something like that.
4 of them. Wow.
And
She only went to 4 of them.
yeah, something like that, you know.
Yeah.
She told me, I'm sorry, Beto, but, you know, I don't like to see, you know, you getting hit, whatever.
Right.
But she always support me, you know. She loved me, of course. And my dad, he passed away, you know, like 3 weeks ago. And my dad,
No.
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
thank you.
That's hard.
And my dad,
Wow.
he always tried to try his best, you know,
Yeah.
because he wasn't a sport guy.
Okay.
You know, he was more like a construction, you know, detail on the houses. He loved to do things in the house, whatever. And me was total opposite. You know, I
Okay.
like everything about sport. You know, I like to watch sport, learning, whatever. So he did his best, and he tried to
support
to
and things
support
like-
me. You
So
know?
where'd you get your athletic ability from?
I think because my uncle, I think so.
Oh.
Uncle is my mother brother, right?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
No,
it's
that's Yes,
you're right.
Uncle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I got confused with name.
Okay. Now.
I'm sorry, you know.
No,
my
your
my
English, your English is amazing.
Yeah.
But my uncle, when I was a kid, he always come to me and say, "Hey, Beto, let's go outside and play. Hey, Beto, come with me to my work."
Okay.
Because he's a physical education teacher,
Oh.
and he always spend time outside with sport and summer camps, you know, all that stuff. And I spent a lot of time with him. So from him, I got that passion about sports, about physical education.
Got it.
Also, my mom, she's a physical education teacher too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
So back to this. This is amazing, Tim. So 2009, before you had 50 fights, right? 55. So what was your record then in 2009 before you got on the Olympic team?
40, I can say 40 and 10,
Got it.
for example.
So you lost your first 4, then you went on to win, you know, almost 90%.
Yeah, of course.
And then how'd you get on the team? So you were the number one.
I participate in the national tournament.
Okay.
National tournament, you know, all boxers around Argentina, they go to the tournament and you fight with the best of the country. And then I won. I won the first place.
Okay.
And the national coach team, you know, he select me. He say, "Okay, you are the champion in welterweight.
Okay.
So you're gonna join the Olympic team." In 2009, I joined the team, but some politics, you know, in the Argentina Boxing Federation wasn't really good. So the coach accepted me, you know,
On the team?
on the team, but the federation no, because they thought that I was too old, you know, to participate in the Olympic team, and I was 19 years old. But they thought that I was like a 27, something like that, and I say, "Come on, you know, I'm 19.
Don't you have to show your birth certificate?
Yeah, but you know, they thought that I was 19 because I was studying university. I was like a mature, you know, like
Got it. Mature.
my mentality always was like to grow, you know, and you know, and try to push forward to learn. You know, that was so funny. And then in 2010, I participate again in the national tournament. I say, okay, I'm gonna win again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be national champion again. So they are gonna have. I'm not gonna give any excuses, you know.
Got it.
And became champion again
At welterweight?
in welterweight again.
Wow.
So, and then in 2010, I have my first tournament outside of the country. We went to Brazil,
Okay.
and I won my first silver medal with the Olympic team. And then 2011 I went to the Panama Game to Mexico.
Okay.
That was a big competition, because Panama Games is one step before to
Going
go
pro?
to Olympics.
Olympics. Wow.
So that was my first big experience. And we have a Cuban coach in the Olympic team. So every year he took us to Cuba to have a training camp there. That was a big experience because you spend a month training with people from Bulgaria, from Italy, from Russia, from United States, no, from I don't know, Colombia, whatever. I learned a lot. And then in 2012 I got the qualification for London. So for the Olympic team.
It's huge, yeah.
And I went to participate for the qualification, and I lost with the number one. I hate that guy. I fought 4 times against him.
Who's that guy?
From Cuba, Roniel Iglesias. Now we have a good relationship, but we were rivals.
Got it.
So I lost, and that was so hard for me because I lost the opportunity to go to the Olympic,
Yeah.
But in my mind, I say, okay, if I didn't qualify for the Olympic team, it's because I wasn't ready for it.
Good way to look at it, yeah.
This means
Good way.
that I'm going to work. I have 4 more years because every Olympic cycle, you have 4 years.
Yeah.
So I have 4 more years to be the best athlete that I can be, to spend my money in the best professional that I can have, whatever, to be the best. So that was the thing that I spent my money, my time, everything, for 4 years.
Can I ask you, do you get sponsored for this? Or-
No, I got small sponsor, like friends, like small brands, in Argentina.
support.
It's hard to get a sponsor.
Because
in Argentina.
it's not cheap to train
No,
like this at this
not
high
at
level.
all.
You have to have coaches.
But the good thing by that time that we have money from the government,
Okay.
that they pay us to be part of the Olympic team
So like a
every
stipend?
month.
Almost like a
And
stipend?
that pays for your coaches, your living expenses.
Yeah, they pay the coaches
Okay.
and they give some money to us, to
Food and...
whatever.
Okay.
And also we live in the high performance facility.
Okay.
You lived in a high performance facility.
Yeah.
So there's no escaping. This is your life.
Well, it's like the Olympians here in Colorado.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's the same thing.
The same thing.
That's the best.
And how do you have to wake up at a certain time?
Yeah.
What's a day in the
I'm
life?
gonna tell you a story with
This
Mooney.
is crazy to me. So
Mooney, the first time because Mooney has the Olympic mentality,
Yes, right.
So for that reason, we were like a very close with each other. I remember that when we started to work together, he told me, Beto, I need your weight before training, after training, whatever. And I told him, Coach, I'm sorry, but no. I'm going to make weight, don't worry.
Okay.
But I don't like to work like this. And in the beginning, it was hard because he has his method, he formed to work, whatever. But to be honest, Olympic team lead me a trauma, because in the Olympic team, they check your weight at 7 a.m. as soon as you wake up.
Okay.
You go, you eat breakfast, and then you go to train. After training in the morning, they check your weight again. And then you go and you eat your lunch.
You eat your lunch.
And then you go in the afternoon for the boxing session, because in the morning always you have your strength condition and training. In the afternoon, you have the boxing training. So as soon as you step into the boxing gym, they check your weight again. So now you have 3 times that they check
3
your weight.
times. Wow.
After you finish your boxing session in the afternoon, they check your weight again. 4 times a day, they check your weight.
Wow.
So then why was it a problem for you to share it with Mooney?
No. my point is that I did that for 8 years. You know,
were done with that.
Right.
Me, I was like, what? I don't want to see any scale anymore. You know?
Got it.
Because what happened? Some coaches, they are not prepared, or they don't have, you know, a good, you know, background or whatever, or they don't know how to, you know, manage the coaching, you know. And they sometimes they say of course you're gonna have different way from the morning in the afternoon, right?
Right.
Of course you're not gonna
Yeah.
have the same way. You have to eat, you have to drink water, etc.
Yeah.
And
Sweat.
sometimes they complain about my weight in the afternoon. Hey, Beto,
Yeah.
you are heavy than in the morning or whatever. And say, yeah, I have to eat, you know.
You got to eat.
So for that reason, I got like a trauma, you know, about, you know,
Checking your weight.
check my weight
Yeah.
all the time. And now, as a professional, I've been in professional boxing since 2016. So since I became a professional boxer,
Right.
I manage the way
Your
that
weight.
I make weight. So, you know what I do?
What do you
People
do?
sometimes don't believe. Even Mooney, but Mooney, I gain his trust.
Respect, trust,
You
yeah.
know? So for that reason, he said, I know that Beto is gonna make weight.
Got it.
For example, we have a training camp 2 months before the fight, right?
Right.
I check my weight the day that we started the training camp,
Okay.
and then I check my weight 1 week before the weigh-in.
Hold on.
And between,
Yeah.
I don't like to check my weight.
What? But
Hey, hold on. Listen, let him finish. Go ahead.
And then when I check my weight 1 week before the weigh-in,
Right.
it's like I'm 10 pounds over, something like that.
Okay.
8. And I know that 8 pounds is the normal, you know, weight that you cut in the fight week.
Got
right?
it.
So, but how I can do that?
Yeah,
It's not for everybody, you know, because
Okay.
you gotta be disciplined.
Yeah.
I like to eat. When I go to training camp, I'm a soldier. You know, I drink
Killer,
water.
yeah.
I eat what I gotta eat.
Yep.
You know, I don't like to mess around. You know.
Yep.
can I ask what your diet looks like during this time?
Yeah, you eat a lot of vegetables, you know, and protein and
Chicken.
and good food. Yeah, chicken, fish. I'm not very fan about fish, but I know that I gotta eat it.
Do you eat steak? Or?
A steak. Yeah, I mix during the week. I mix with pork, chicken, fish, and meat, red meat.
Yeah.
And I eat vegetable. For example, at night I don't eat carbs.
Okay.
But if I'm gonna have a hard sparring session the next day, yeah, at night I eat carbs like
Got it.
rice or sweet potato, whatever. But if I'm I'm not gonna have a strong hard sparring next day. I'm not gonna eat carbs at night.
At all.
So carbs always in breakfast and also lunch. So those food I eat carbs. But the rest of the food I have, the meals, I don't eat carbs. I protein and good fat.
And when you're living at the Olympic Center, are they providing the meals for you?
Yeah, they provide.
And they have like a chef who
It's
knows.
like being at college. I've been in Colorado. I've been on the Olympic Training Center. It's phenomenal. I have a
Nice.
friend that trained for wrestling. You really feel like you're amongst the best athletes in the world. You like serious. And they're like killers. It's amazing. And they got statues of the Olympic the Dream Team. Like when you walk around, it's like being on X-Men campus. You ever seen remember X-Men? They have
yeah.
the feeling's amazing being on the Olympic Training Center.
And do you live in a dorm?
Yeah, you live in a dorm and
And you have a
everything.
roommate.
You
or-
live in a room like this
Yeah.
with 6 people.
Yeah.
So what happened with me? I been Olympic team for a year. The first 5-6 years, I live in that facility.
You did this for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. I live in that facility.
And
But the last 2, I rent an apartment
Nice.
close to the facility. Because I was like, you know, when you are tired of, you know, we live our clothes, you know, dirty inside, and you have a smell, you know, like. So
Is everyone a boxer that you live with, or are
yeah,
there-
only
Yeah.
boxer.
Only-
question for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel you chased that Olympic dream too long instead of turning pro sooner?
Great question.
No, to be honest, no. By that time, I didn't want to be a professional boxer. By that time,
you did not want to be.
I love Olympics.
Olympics,
And
wow.
the Olympic cycle is beautiful. You go to the World Championship, you go to the South American Games, you go to the Panama Game, you go to Olympic, and a lot of other competition, right? And the good thing about Olympic that you go as a team. Of course, you have different ways, right? You go and you gotta compete in your way, whatever. But we are there for everybody. Like if you fight, we go to support you.
Yes, sir.
If he fight, we go to support him. So that camaraderie, right?
Yeah.
That vibration, as a team, that energy is special. In professional, you are by yourself. And everything is about money. Everything is about contract, and promoter. They are not the best to talk, So promoter, they treat you like I don't know, you are a horse,
Right.
So the Olympic team is special, it's different.
Got it.
So and I really I became a captain of the Olympic team. So in 2012, after London, the Cuban coach told me, "Hey, Beto, I think that you have the personality to be a captain of the Olympic team. Do you want it?" I say, "Of course, it's an honor.
Right.
Thank you."
That's huge.
And what's your role as the captain? To keep people motivated, disciplined?
Yeah.
Do you reprimand other people? Like,
Yeah, like the captain of you play sports.
I know on a basketball team, but
It's the same thing.
It's
It's the same thing of soccer, football, basketball. It's the same type of. But I gotta ask you this question. This is interesting to me. What you just said. The team camaraderie. Do you feel that, like, even though you chose boxing, do you feel soccer, if you would have kind of got that opportunity, that door open for you to become a pro soccer player before boxing, you would have probably maybe went further? Or I mean, because you're a leader. You were ordained as a leader by that coach, saying you're really a team player. Just from me listening to you, you're a team player. It sounds like a team athlete.
That observation is great, because sometimes I think about that I bring the group team, the sport group team, to individual sport that boxing. Because me, always I like to work as a team. And Mooney always told me, like, "Hey, Beto, you bring this guy, you bring the other guy, whatever." I said, "Yeah, we are a team, Right. He's a physical therapy, you are a boxing coach, he's a strength conditioning coach, and everybody work together for the athlete." But I think that the culture, about group, being a group and go all together for one thing, that is one goal, that is to be champion. It's amazing, like everybody has to coordinate, I gotta talk to you, that you are the doctor and you are the strength conditioning coach. I'm of course, the boss, the head coach,
Right.
is the boxing coach. Everybody has to talk to the boxing coach, because the boxing, at the end of the day, we are doing boxing. We are not doing bodybuilding,
Right.
So for that reason, I think that the last word, we gotta leave it to the boxing head coach, right? But I like to bring that culture, about team.
Yeah. I do think it'd be interesting for people to hear what a day in the life at this Olympic Center, when you're like at the peak of training, looks like. Like what time you wake up, what the first thing you do is exercise-wise. Do you watch tape? Like what does it look like?
Yeah, by that time that I was in the Olympic team, we woke up at 6:30, sometimes at 7, right there, Or sometimes we woke up when the coach knocked the door, because the Cuban coach came every morning at 7, knocked the door, and we wake up, sleepy, and we gotta check
Tired.
weight.
Yeah.
So 7 a.m., and then we went to eat the breakfast, and then 9 a.m. we train in outside on the trail, treadmill, right?
Yeah,
For
Trail?
running.
Trail?
the
Like
track.
track.
The track. Yep.
Yeah. We went outside for the track and we did interval training and we did a lot of stuff for conditioning.
How
And
many
then,
miles do you run?
the Cuban coach made us one day run like agility drills, you
Yeah.
know, for footwork. And then after that, he made us go for the heavy bag in the boxing gym. When we went, that was the thing that he managed really good, the program. And that's the thing that people have to understand, that everything has to be
Structured.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
system,
Gotta,
yep.
You gotta have a system, a program. You cannot go to a gym and say, okay, today I'm gonna do this, tomorrow I'm gonna do, you know. You gotta have a system. And when we were in the Olympic team, we fought 10 rounds, 3 minutes, right, and 1 minute rest. And the intensity of the
10 rounds.
no, sorry, 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Oh.
Three rounds. Sorry, 3 rounds, 3 minutes, 1 minute rest.
Yeah, okay,
and
I
the
understand.
intensity is high, it's hard. You know, you gotta throw a lot of punches in 3 minutes. What happened in amateur? If you lose the first round, you have. I would say that maybe you have more percentage to lose the fight
Okay.
because you have just 3 rounds.
Wow.
And what happened? You lose the first one. All judges, they're gonna look your opponent. Okay, the eyes they're gonna be on your opponent. So yeah, we were used to training high intensity all the time. So for example, one day agility drills, and then heavy bag every day.
How many rounds on the heavy bag?
3 rounds.
Just
Okay.
3?
Just 3. And now I see people that, for example, they fight 3 rounds and they do 20 rounds. See, come on, you know,
Right.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. You gotta adapt because you can hit the bag 20 rounds, but the thing is the way that you hit the bag.
Yeah.
I can stay for 40 rounds hitting the bag, lose like this,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
don't fight like this.
Right.
You gotta hit the bag the way that you fight.
Yes.
You gotta put in your brain, in your muscle memory, the way that you're gonna fight is the way that you have to train.
Yeah.
For that reason, we fight the way that we train. You gotta have that mentality. Sometimes people make fun about me in Palm Beach boxing because when we play shoulder game, I play like I wanna destroy you. You know?
Yeah. I played with you before, buddy.
Yeah.
You do.
Remind me not to play with him.
Yeah, he does. He does.
No, I
But
think
you know what?
I played with you before. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
but I play serious, you know, because
Yeah.
you know why? Because I believe that you gotta train the way that you wanna fight.
Absolutely. Because if you put in your mind that, in your brain that, oh, I'm just going to go light,
Yep.
by the time the fight comes, your brain's not going to be able to adapt like
Of
that.
course,
Yeah.
and your physiology also, you know.
Yeah.
So
But that takes time too to get to that place of being able to stay calm. I remember you training me and Jeff, and when he was training Jeff for fights, he would always tell him, "Throw hard at him, like fight, fight Jay,
Inspiring,
like
inspiring.
inspiring." He's
Yeah.
telling him, like, fight, Janaeus, how you're gonna fight in a real fight. I remember you always tell me, throw shots at him, throw hard shots at him, because that's how you practice, is how you play. Same thing I learned in basketball, so it's interesting to hear that from you.
yeah, of course, you know, boxing is a different sport, totally different than basketball, than soccer, whatever. Why? Because we are always in a dangerous position.
Yeah.
Because we can get hit and we can get injured, you know.
You get
Of course,
killed. You can die. You put
yeah.
your life on the line when you
It's
do
your
this.
life all the time. For that reason, when you spar, you cannot do hard sparring all the time. You as a coach, you gotta manage the sparring really good, and you gotta be smart about that. If you see that's the good thing that Mooney had. I remember Mooney was one of the best coaches that I ever had. You know, now my other coaches, they're gonna get jealous.
I know, get jealous and stuff, right? For sure.
But no, one of the good things that
That's good.
Mooney had is that he knew how to manage the sparring. You know,
Yeah.
someday, for example, I step into the gym and he saw me walking, and say, "Hey, how are you feeling today?" "Oh, I'm okay." You look tired today." "No, today we're not gonna spar." Or for example, "Yeah, today we're gonna spar." And as soon he saw that I wasn't me,
Mentally,
like he saw something that is not working. Okay, no more sparring. "Hey, coach, but I did just 2 rounds. No more sparring." That's the thing that you gotta have in this sport. But of course, sometimes you gotta challenge your mentality. But you cannot stop the sparring all the time. Sometimes you gotta worry about your personality, and you as a coach, you gotta challenge your fighter. Okay, my fighter is gonna quit, or my fighter is gonna keep pushing forward when something is not going the way that he wants. Okay, yeah.
Question for you. Current record right now, you tell me if it's correct. Is it 24-4 or 19-4 right now?
My professional
Your
record.
professional record.
21-4, but
21-4.
one fight is not in the boxer. I don't know why.
Got it. Tell us, what's the hardest part of training camp?
Well, cutting weight, that's the hardest part. I hate, to cut weight. I hate, to be aware all the time. Be conscious about my weight.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but because we as a boxer, we gotta get used to train without energy.
Wow. That's deep. If you really think about that's crazy.
It's crazy. Tell me, basketball,
Think about
baseball,
it.
whatever.
I can't even-
They don't train the way that we train. We train without energy because
crazy.
and don't take me wrong. If not because we do something wrong, it's because we have to find a way that our body is not ready for that. Me, when I go to the doctor and nutritionist to measure my body composition say your normal weight has to be 163.
Okay.
Yeah, but I gotta find 147. Okay, and
Think
then
about
you gotta lose water. You
That's
gotta
crazy
You
when
know,
you think
you
about
eat
that.
like I don't know, like a baby. A little piece of things. That's the hardest part of the training camp.
Wow.
Be disciplined with your food, cutting weight, training without energy, because you gotta work hard, and you wake up. I remember when we went to Texas, to Dallas for Aero Spence training camp with Mooney.
Okay.
I sparred Aero Spence for 12 rounds, and the next day my body was, destroyed, sore,
Right.
And imagine that you gotta work hard and at the same time you gotta lose weight. So
Do you understand? That's
No, I mean, I've look, not at the level you've done it, but I have done it where I've had to lose 10 pounds in a week.
yeah.
And then you're doing the hardest physical thing you've ever done in your life.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone does this.
No, seriously.
Well, I
Yeah.
do know why people do it, because the payoff feels amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think that boxing is like make your mentality really strong. For that reason, I recommend to do activities, that help your mind to get strong mentally. Like for example, I do a lot of meditation in the cold water.
Okay.
So I stay for 5
I
minutes.
completely agree that helps in a match, because you're in pain for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And you need to get your mind over your matter.
I think it helps for life.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
I really think it helps for life.
I think that life hit you harder than
Any punch.
sport,
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Because my dad, like I told you guys, passed away 3 weeks ago, and that, believe me, that hurt myself more than boxing.
For sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
Did
see
your
that.
dad live here in the States, or was he in Argentina?
No, my dad never came to United States. So, and the bad thing that really hurt me, that I got the appointment in September to make his visa to come to United States.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I fought in July 11 for the WBC
I
title.
remember. Congratulations on that win.
Thank you, appreciate it. And he called me a week before the fight. He told me, hey, Beto, he made a FaceTime call with my two sisters and me. I have something to tell you guys. I have a pancreas cancer and liver, both. And we knew it. When we listened that, we knew it, what was going to happen. So in my mind, my psychology helped me a lot, my sports psychology, to put that thing away for a week and be focused on the fight. After my fight, I said, okay, I got to go to Argentina. And I went to Argentina. I spent time with him.
Got it.
We could, talk to each other and say everything that we want to say. That's it. So
that's amazing to me that you're able to just repress it.
Killer.
And just focus. You have something
Bonafide
at hand.
killer.
Yeah.
Bonafide
That's
killer.
really deep.
Beto, were you going?
You said sports psychology. Do you see a sports psychologist? Have you? And what is?
Since 2014, I started to work with my sports psychology. Yeah.
And this is a professional that you meet with and talk to? Or?
Yeah, it's a professional. She's a woman. Her name is Nelly, and he is in the high performance level for a long time.
Since 2014, so before the Olympics, you?
Yeah, before the Olympics, I started to work with her.
And she's in Argentina?
Yeah.
So you do it
now we work for FaceTime.
Yeah.
LeBron does it.
Messi's
done it. All the elite guys do this.
Have you ever done it?
I've been to therapy for.
Therapy's
very
I think
similar.
that is something good. Sometimes people.
I wish I would have did it when I was playing.
Yeah.
What do you talk to with a sports psychologist?
Fear. I have a big game coming up. I have uncertainty about who I am. I'm the best player on my team, but I don't believe I'm the best player some days. I feel uncomfortable that my coach, when he yells at me and in his fourth quarter, they want me to take the last shot. Anything that's on your mind that you have fear of, they help you work through it mentally, emotionally, kind of walk you through it, provide some strategies, right, to help you in those moments when you're feeling uncertainty about who you are. I wish I would have did. I'm telling you, I wish I would have.
Yeah, I think that today, that we are in 2025, some coaches, they are still thinking that sports psychology is not necessary. It's very necessary because you have different things going on day by day that you need to fix it. If you don't fix it, sooner or later, they're going to bother you. I don't know. Sometimes, I see professionals, doing some stuff, for example, we see Gervonta Davis, having trouble with...
I was thinking of him when you said it.
Having troubles outside of the ring with police, whatever. Something's going on, that you gotta fix in your life. Bronner, he was a superstar. And now, something's going on. Yeah. And also you gotta learn how to manage, your money because you come for a poor environment, right?
Yep.
Without money, whatever.
Yeah.
And in one day, you became millionaire. But your mind is still...
You still act like a poor...
Yeah.
Poverty mindset, yeah.
So you gotta worry in a lot of stuff. Sports psychology for me is very necessary and it helped me a lot. Helped me, to put the thing in that place, in the place that have to be. Sometimes, and also to be present.
Got it.
Right? In boxing, you gotta be present all the time. If your mind is in another place,
punches
you are
coming
done.
everywhere.
One of the problems that I have, is that pressure to win, right? All the time, I gotta win. And when you put a lot of pressure to yourself, you're not gonna get it what you want, because you are not enjoying.
Right.
So my sports psychology helped me a lot for my last fight. And also, coaches sometimes they want you to fight the way that they want to fight,
Yeah.
And
that's true.
every athlete, every fighter has their own style.
Mm-hmm.
Me as a coach, I can help you to develop your style, but I gotta figure out what style is best for you. I cannot force you to fight a style that is not for you.
That's so true.
I can try to make adjustment, whatever, but you gotta feel free, and feel confidence in the ring. If I put a lot of stuff that is not for you before the competition, I don't make you get confidence. I make you get a lot of doubt.
Yeah.
Because I make you do something that you are not used to.
Right.
Do you see yourself coaching? When
Yeah,
it's all
of
said and
course,
done?
yeah.
I know you've already been coaching. I mean,
I love it. Yeah.
You love coaching.
I love it.
he's coaching.
I know. So
He's
you coach the
phenomenal.
influencers out. What was that? The Misfits or?
Yeah, Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff. I mean,
I love to coach, and I think that I don't wanna that you think that I'm arrogant, but I think that I like to study the sport, and I think that I have tools, to
to
be
help,
a good coach, and I like because in high performance level, the thing that make the difference is your mind.
Yeah.
No,
That's it.
your body,
That's
or
it,
if you
man.
lift more
That's
weight than your
it.
whatever. Of course, you gotta train hard every day,
You're right.
Yeah.
but your mind make the difference.
Got it. Before we retire you from boxing, before we retire him,
Yeah.
right? What's been your greatest accomplishment so far in your career? One of them. It's one of them.
I would say Olympics.
That's
That's
I
what
thought.
you're most proud of when you look back.
Even
at
though I have 4 belts in professional, and I was in the top 10 ranking, for a long time.
Yep.
Right now, I came back to the ranking again.
Okay.
And I want to be world champion, of course.
Okay.
But Olympic game is something big,
Yeah, for your country.
You are part of the history of the sport,
Absolutely.
So yeah, I would say.
You say that? Who's been the hardest puncher? Hardest puncher you've ever been in the ring with?
Good question.
I know you've been in with me, but you don't. Have
Yeah.
No, he's been in with a lot of. I know you. He probably is. Sam is, but he's been in with some killers. You've been in with some killers. I want to hear who's been your
You
hardest
have
puncher.
different ways to punch, to hit hard. Errol Spence, for example. Errol Spence, he has a heavy hand, like a boom, like he's not like a surprise puncher.
Okay.
Gervonta Davis is a guy that is explosive and get you by surprise.
Got it.
He tried to make you miss, and boom, and punch.
Got you.
And it's like blink, when you blink, maybe you are in the ground,
And you sparred him too, right?
Yeah, that was a great
Yes, he
experience.
sparred
well,
him.
it was a great experience.
Great
Yes,
experience.
It was like
We are different weight class,
Yeah,
of course.
he's bigger.
He's small,
You're 147. He's
135.
135. But even though that he's quick,
Yep.
And Errol Spence is a guy that he's heavy hand. You
Gotcha.
can see what is coming, okay? So, but the thing that he's consistent in his work, For that reason, I say in boxing you have 2 different kind of puncher. The puncher that has the timing, and they are quick, or the puncher that they are heavy hand. I think that is the difference between, in my experience, sparring with Errol Spence and Gervonta Davis. I would say,
Those two?
those 2 maybe. Yeah, but I spar with a lot of guys that,
Right. That's what I said.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
spar
it's
with a
hard-
lot
it's
of
hard to
guys.
know,
I
yeah.
mean,
I remember I sparred with a guy from Mexico that I don't remember the name. A guy from, I don't know. I have 1,000 spar.
I know.
But Mexican guys, they hit hard too.
They
you
hit
know.
hard.
Yeah.
Mexican guy.
Mexican guys, right?
'Cause
Worst
they come
injury
forward.
you've ever had in boxing. Worst injury.
My spine, because
What?
I have a hernia of disc, but that was for I accumulate training during the years,
Okay.
It's not because something happened in a fight. I never got a cut in a fight,
Huh?
Never been
So-
cut in your fight.
never.
Broken.
Knock on wood. There's wood right there. Right. You understand
You've
that?
had broken noses, or no?
Yeah. To be honest, I broke my nose.
Yeah.
When I got involved in boxing, my first sparring when I was 16 years old.
Okay,
Something
young,
like that.
young.
And you know what? Because my style when I started boxing was get crazy and go and throw punches, whatever. And you know, if you are like this and you have someone in front of you that
Knows what they're doing.
knows
Yeah.
what they are doing, it's gonna, you know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they'll be able to respond.
So yeah, I got a few punches in the beginning, but now that you know how to defend yourself, whatever, you don't get many punches in your nose, whatever.
Right.
So and also that's the thing that sometimes I share with the people that you see on TV that the punches you get the punch clean, but really later on you understand it's a natural reflex that when you see the punch, even that you don't defend with your hand,
Right.
you still moving your head, like that.
Yeah.
This guy's like, yeah.
No, come on. I get hit? I don't get hit that often.
You don't.
I don't get hit that often because I think it's just if you have natural reflexes.
No, I agree with you. It's interesting to hear you you say that. Superstitions before fights. I used to have a superstition before games. So is there any superstitions you have? Is there a routine that you do before a fight that consistently do? Is it music? Is it food? Is it...
I have something. I
smiling.
have
He's smiling over there.
the underwear.
No.
I have the first underwear that I wear when I have my first amateur fight.
I love it.
So
You still wear this?
Listen, let him go with it. Let him go with it.
yeah, if you see, I have my. Of course, I
can wash it.
wash
We know.
whatever.
Don't listen to this. Yeah, we
But
got
if
it.
you see,
You should
It's-
sell those. I'll buy them.
Stop. This is crazy. Go ahead.
yeah, I have.
Every game, every fight, I mean.
You're lying.
It's a horrible underwear, but
Right. But you still...
yeah.
Is there anything else? Like music? Is there food you
Yeah,
eat?
Wait. I need to make sure I heard this right. Since you were 16 years old, you wear the same pair of underwear for every fight.
Since you started.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, you have holes,
Yep.
where-
Yep.
What brand? What brand is this underwear?
I don't know. It's a brand
From
I think
Argentina.
it's
or
from
something like that,
Argentina,
from
yeah.
Argentina.
Wow.
Is there anything else? Like, do you eat something or is there?
Yeah, I like kind of ritual, like I like to be in a good mood, I don't like. I'm very, like strict about that. For example, we are right here and you came because you're gonna come with me to the fight, whatever. I don't like to listen any problem, I don't like to listen conversation about things that they don't have nothing to do with the moment that we're gonna have.
You don't need any other stress.
For example, in a fight that we have in Plain City on Pro Box, I have that kind of feeling that the team, wasn't connected, with the moment that we were living, and I don't like that because I don't know. The supervisor were talking about Puerto Rico, and one of the guys from my team was talking about Puerto Rico with him and whatever, and I was there and I said, hey, come on, we have to talk about my fight,
Right now, this fight, yeah.
So I'm the kind of guy that like to be focused with good energy, laughing, smile, listening good music.
Okay.
Everything has to be positive.
I have a kind of a rated R question because I've heard Mike Tyson talk about this. I know you're married, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I got a girlfriend. Yeah.
People say they don't have sex weeks before the fight.
Yeah.
Is that? Do
you practice
do you
that?
What Tyson say?
that you won't
Have intercourse, you don't have no type of sexual
ejaculate
intercourse.
because it'll like lower your testosterone or make you weaker. Do you believe in this? If you don't want to answer, I understand. I don't want to put you on the spot.
No,
It's a myth, right?
I'm
Isn't it
gonna
like a
answer.
myth or something?
I'm
where
gonna
people-
answer. I think that is individual. That
Individual.
every fighter or every athlete they are different. In my opinion, is something psychological, you know, like
Yeah.
for example, if I have a good sex, it give me motivation to fight better.
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're gonna fight for her. For the
No, for her, but give you like it's like a self-esteem, you
For
know,
sure.
like a,
Sure.
you know, we are a man, you
Yeah,
know, and
absolutely.
we understand each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the thing that is really bad for the athlete is drink alcohol and sleep late. You know, if you have a girl that you invite to your house and you spend a lot of time and you go to sleep at 4 a.m. and the next day you have a competition,
Right.
you are not gonna have your
That's
best
what ruins
performance.
life,
Got
yeah.
it.
But if you do, if you want, of course, I respect the athlete that they don't wanna have sex for a long time, and that's totally, you know, respectable. So, but if you wanna have sex, you gotta do it early,
Okay.
you know, and go to sleep
Go to sleep.
and do your normal routine. You cannot break your routine. If you break your routine for having sex or having fun, whatever, of course you're gonna have a bad performance. You know?
So you got to stay focused on
But you
that.
know the
Got
thing
to
that I really
stay
like about
focused.
that? Your mentality. Me, I like to stay away. I don't like to stay with family, whatever. I like, you know, it's like when you put your dog, you know, for a long time, you know, inside and you don't let your dog see anybody. And when you open the door, boom, your dog
He's
gets
so
crazy.
excited to see it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I believe that is important for athletes, you know, stay away. You know,
And then when you see the crowd, now you got extra energy.
no, because when you stay away, you accumulate feeling like, oh, I want to see my family, oh, I'm gonna do this for my family. You accumulate different things that help you to perform better.
Yeah.
You know, when you restrict things that you really like to do and you cannot do it because you have a mission, you have more motivation to do it. Okay.
That is so true.
This is just to help other upcoming boxers. How did you decide or discover your boxing promoter or manager? Like how's that? How do they reach out to you? Do you go looking for them? Does someone assist you with that? Like how do you find the right promoter or manager?
Yeah, when you are in the Olympic team, it's kind of easy because you are.
he's an Olympian already.
Yeah, because you expose yourself all the time and
Right.
promoters, boxing businessman, they are looking around, you know.
Yeah.
But when you are when you don't have a good, you know, amateur career,
Yeah.
it's hard, you know. Like, you know, Gene, for example,
Yeah.
Gene is hard for him, you know,
Yeah.
to get a manager, whatever. But I think that you gotta be that kind of man that go for the opportunity. So what happened? Me, I came to United States in 2018 with nothing, you know.
Okay.
But I have my friend Marcos,
Okay.
Marcos Escudero, that he lived here. So, and he was working with a manager from North Carolina.
Okay.
And he told me, hey, Beto, when you got here, I'm going to talk to my manager and for sure he's going to work with you. But what I did by that time, I say, I'm not going to wait. You know, I'm going to go for different gym. And that's what I did. I reached different coaches and I said,
Okay.
hey, I can go to spar, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I moved. You gotta move, you gotta talk, you know, boxing is tough, really tough. And that's the way, you know. I think that you cannot stay at home waiting for the opportunity, you know. That's the thing that made me change coaches, made me change country, you know, and made me change gyms, you know, because always I look for the opportunity. And the main thing is to be a good person, you know. You gotta be honest with the people that you work. For example,
Right.
when I've been working with money for 6 years, you know.
Yeah.
And it was so hard for me to stop to work
For
with
sure.
money.
For sure.
But at the same time, I say, I need something else, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but you gotta be honest, and I
Yeah.
think that be honest and loyal, the other person is gonna appreciate that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta look for the opportunity.
Got it. Do you have an upcoming fight coming? 'Cause I know you just fought in July, so.
Yeah, yesterday we talked with my manager about fighting in November, but we have two options, so we are waiting. You know, we are gonna make a decision in the following week. Let's
Got
see.
it.
Will it be nearby? You know.
One is gonna be in Pakistan. So
Wow. Okay.
so
Tell me, what's your short-term and long-term goals in boxing? You know.
short-term goal is to keep winning.
Okay.
and the main thing, the main thing is keep enjoying. My last fight, I could enjoy my fight.
Okay.
Because sometimes you win, but sometimes even that you win, you are not present. I wanna keep being present in the fight.
Okay.
I wanna keep enjoying my boxing skills in the ring.
Okay.
Without pressure. That's my short-term goal, and my long-term goal is to be world
To
champion,
be world champ. At what would we say? Welterweight.
welterweight.
That's huge. Wow. There's a lot.
But like long term, do you plan to have? Because you can't fight forever, you know. But do you want to continue? Maybe you can.
Yeah.
But like, do you want to continue as a coach in your 40s, 50s, 60s, or do something else outside of boxing?
Well, that's a question I did want to. Before we retire him, we're gonna retire him again.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
retire him yet.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. We're gonna want to hear that from you for sure. That's a great question.
No,
too.
I'm interested in the.
I know, me
long-
too. I do too.
yeah,
I really do.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so, welterweight champion, is there a certain belt that you just always dreamed about acquiring? WBC, WBA. Does it matter?
I just won the WBC belt
Okay.
and look amazing.
Okay.
And that
You
was,
should have brought it.
Yes, I wish you
yeah,
would
you know, when I just got here, I said, wow, I forgot.
Great.
I'm
Take a
sorry.
picture with that. Don't worry. Is there another one that you just your eyes on the prize? Another belt that you're looking at?
Now I got a WBC belt, but I like a continental WBC belt. But now I won the world champion WBC belt. So
There it is.
Do you feel like you're still like you've improved now than when you were 10 years ago, or do you like because I've seen you work out. You work out harder than anyone I've ever seen. Like, do you feel like your body is slow because you know you're 35, right? Or
you know what I feel? No, like I don't feel like I'm getting slow. I feel like take more time to recover. You know?
yeah,
I
Before
hear
was
that.
like I could work hard every day, you know, bang, you know, I start today and tomorrow, whatever, you know, and hard work all the time. Now it's like if I have a hard day today, maybe tomorrow I need to slow down. The recovery is different, you know.
Yeah. I heard Mayweather say the same thing. He did the same thing when he fought Canelo. He said he was your same age, and he was like, it's the recovery. I still feel great. I'm still sharp. He says,
Yeah.
you know, but he just says the recovery.
I mean, on a personal level, that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Where it's like I feel like I'm probably stronger and a better athlete even now than I was in my 20s, but
Yeah.
still recovering. Recovering is different. Yeah.
What's keeping you motivated to still, you know, show up every single day at the gym to go after these belts?
Sometimes I question myself, you know, about that, but because boxing is it's an unpredictable sport, you know. You don't know what is gonna happen, you know. It's not like basketball or football, whatever, that you have a season and you know that you're gonna play every Saturday or whatever. Here it's like you fight today and you don't know when you're gonna fight again, you know.
Right.
And it's hard, you know, to be a competitor and compete once a year. It's crazy.
Yeah.
At the same time, I understand that in boxing you cannot fight all the time because it's a hard sport that you get punches in your face. So what keep me motivated is to get what I want. You know, I want to get. You know, I want to fight until the last moment for the opportunity to fight for the world title. So that's the thing that I want, and by that, but when the time comes, I wanna be my best, you know. So I wanna. That's the thing. I wanna get the opportunity. But at the same time, what made me understand my sports psychology is that life is more than a sport. Sometimes we see a sport like it's the only thing that we have in life, right?
That's so true.
Eh,
Wow. Very true.
And I'm 35, so I don't know. Sometimes I think about have kids, you know.
See, well, I was the same way. Wow.
But it's right here. I have the passion
Yeah.
to be a world champion, so I'm gonna work hard
Exactly.
until the last moment.
Regrets, if there's any. Looking at your career so far, is there anything you would change if you could go back?
Oh, wow, good question.
He knows how to ask him.
Yeah, maybe, you know, I always want, I don't know. I think that everything that I have done in the past brought me where I am today, you know, and made me who I am. So, yeah, maybe I'm that kind of guy that I like to say the truth, you know. And sometimes when you say the truth, some people they don't like, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so in politics or in business, you know, sometimes you gotta
You gotta
act.
lie.
Yeah, you gotta lie, you know. Yeah, I have some, maybe, you know, but at the same time, you know, I like to say what
From your heart.
I feel that is right, you know. So I don't know if I have regret. I think that I have regret about my family, but I left my country for a reason, you know. I left my country because I want to be world champion. I want to be success in my sport, and I have a goal, you know. And I knew that in Argentina they try promoters and everybody try to make you stay there, you know, push you down, you know, and make you believe that you can now come to United States to do your boxing career, or maybe, oh no, you are not ready to fight in United States, whatever. You know, and me, I always fought for I believe, you know, and I'm happy about that.
Right.
You know, always
That's huge. Yeah.
always I do what I want to do, you know. And I'm glad to have the people around me that support me. My coach, my manager, my girlfriend, my friends, people that you gotta build credibility, right? That's the word, right?
Credibility. Yeah.
Credibility to your community. And me, I like to be honest, you know, all the time. I don't. The only thing that I regret is, I don't know, I spend time with my family. You know, that family. The time goes too fast. You know, and
Sacrifice. Yeah.
we as a athlete, we always make the decision
Yeah.
to put ourselves first.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything that we do is for us.
Yeah.
We wanna be world champion. Okay, I cannot be with you. We wanna be world champion. I cannot go to your birthday.
That's true.
You know, all the time you gotta make decision for you. You know, to try to be the best that you can be.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you don't get what you want, you start to regret. Okay, you say, oh, why I say no to my dad? Why I say no? Whatever. But at the end of the day, you do something for a good reason. You know?
Yep.
How's your girlfriend take that? Is she okay that you know, because
Yeah.
that you have to say no to hanging out with her sometimes?
This is an advice for athletes.
Yeah.
I think that I have the best woman in the world. Why? Because since from the beginning, when we just met, he saw Beto as a professional athlete, and she always support Beto. she never complained about, oh, Beto, you gotta travel, because when you are in the Olympic team, you gotta travel all the time.
Yeah.
And she never complained that I have to train, I have to fly all the time, whatever. She always support me, and she still supporting me. And when you are a professional athlete, for that reason, when I see news about Gervonta having trouble with girls or whatever, you gotta have the partner that you choose in your life has to be someone that want the best that you want the best for you and want the same that you want. Okay, and have to go the same way.
Yeah.
Because you have two options as a professional athlete: stay single.
Yeah.
That is a big problem.
Yeah. right,
Or get a partner that is your partner, but really understand what you want.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, we only have a few more questions. This is one of our questions we always ask. Do you think that you're famous?
That I'm famous.
Yeah. Do you think that you're famous? Come on.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe yes. I don't know. Yeah, I know that people recognize me, in the street or whatever, or sometimes, hey, can I take a picture with you, whatever.
Yeah.
Honest.
That's like it's a good feeling,
Right.
Yeah.
Or and also you as a professional athlete, you build a personality. For example, that I don't know, McGregor is a crazy guy. That I don't know, you like tennis.
Yeah.
Novak Djokovic.
Yeah.
He's a disciplined athlete. I think that you have different personality in sport, right?
Yeah.
So, and I like the way that people look at me. Like they look at me like a hard worker, like very disciplined, And that's the way that I want people to look at me. Like I want people look at me and they look a guy that work for what I want,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for everything you
And also you gotta stand for your believing, You gotta stand for what you want, and fight for it.
got it.
I'm gonna once again, I'm gonna say again, you cannot wait in your house for the opportunity.
Yeah.
You gotta go and kick
Break
the
down the
door,
door, yeah.
and knock the door, whatever.
What's your definition of being famous?
Being famous.
Who is someone you think is famous?
Messi.
Messi, yeah, absolutely.
Famous is a guy that I don't know, you can see everywhere in TV, newspaper, website, and you have two kind of famous that they are reference or reference,
Referenced,
right?
yeah.
Like someone that you want to follow,
What's the term? R-E-V is
Revered.
revered. Yes, sir, revered.
Revered.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Spanish we say reference.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You have two kind of famous people that someone that you wanna follow, you wanna be like him, and they give you good example, good lifestyle advices.
Yeah.
Or you have famous that they don't care, they don't give a fuck, about anything, they do
like
what they
Jake
want.
Paul?
Like a Jake Paul kind of? Is that what you mean?
For I don't know, you have people, or maybe when you are famous, you gotta understand that you have a responsibility with your community.
That's true.
You wanna drink alcohol as a professional athlete, go and drink it.
Yeah.
But you cannot show that you're gonna drink alcohol. You wanna stay with 10 women, for example.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit, right? I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
But
Sam, close your ears.
but you cannot show that.
Yeah. Right.
You
'Cause you think
always
you'd set a bad example.
Absolutely.
you always have to keep You know your personality, and you have to understand that people always they are looking
Always.
at you. Okay,
Yeah.
they want to learn from you, and you cannot show. bad
I was
things.
always drawn to the people that showed the crazy.
That's
that
why I
showed their
said.
crazy. The Wilt Chamberlains. you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, you better
Yeah.
believe it. Last question, and this is connected to Sam's question also. What are your plans or aspirations after your boxing career?
I wanna be happy.
That's man, what?
I wanna be happy and healthy. So
Happy and
that's the main thing, because boxing is tough, and sometimes I wanna thank God, that I'm healthy and I'm strong, because we know that you can get injury with boxing. So I wanna be happy, healthy, and also I have another job that maybe you don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm a strength conditioning coach of Federico Staxul, that he's the #1 pickleball player of the world.
Pickleball?
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, I'm getting there little by little.
Wow.
So that I have my degree in physical education.
yeah,
I
for
got
sure.
my degree in personal trainer.
Yeah,
I got my degree in high performance trainer, whatever.
Do you see yourself maybe opening a sport performance?
Yeah,
facility?
I love to train athletes physically, and mentally to be the best that they can be, So now I have the experience. I haven't worked with him for almost 2 years.
Wow.
And I see really good results, and I really enjoy to work with Federico. And I think that is a new environment for me, get involved with pickleball and get involved with another sport,
You got to get the golfers next.
Yeah,
we're in the
I
right
work
place.
in-
Yeah, for sure.
I work in Ibis, the Ibis Country Club. It's I don't know, Palmish Lake, something like that.
You know that? That's okay.
So it's a country club that the main sport is golf.
Okay.
So I have some client that they work that we work in his golf, skills, or no, I don't worry about technique, but I try to do the best physically to make them performance good in the field,
It's amazing.
Yeah, that really
So yeah, I see myself working as a strength conditioner coach. I see myself working as a boxing coach.
Okay.
I see myself working as a coaching, mental coach.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Let's see what happens. But
Let's see what
I think that one day I want to have a kid. I want to raise a kid. I always,
Woo! We don't know about
support.
Sam.
No, I support.
I'm with
think
you.
I
I'm
think
with
you
you.
and your,
I'm
and your
with
girl
you.
have a beautiful child.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? Sometimes like I want to raise a kid that when we sit on the table, when we sit on, and he look your father as an example,
Yeah.
and he feel proud of your father and his father, and I want a kid that really want to spend time with his father, So that's the thing that sometimes go to my mind, like I don't know.
Having the
Yeah,
baby.
It's really interesting. Berto, you were such an amazing guest.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for coming on.
And we once again send our condolences once again to the passing of your father. My father was just here. Sam has a really
Yeah,
good
we had
relationship
my-
with his father
yeah, he
too.
was
So
thankfully on
it
the
hits
show,
me
yeah.
just hearing that from you, my friends, who are praying for you.
Thank
With that. And thank you for coming on We're Not Famous podcast.
This was We're Not Famous
Thank
with
you.
Sam and Jernavis. We had Alberto Palmetto. Where can they find you? Oh, we'll put your links in the description of the video.
Okay. Yeah, you can find me in. I use a lot my Instagram, so
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Beto Palmetta is my nickname and my last name, so you can find me in Instagram.
Link is below. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Share this with your friends, with your family, with your girlfriend, your mistress, whoever. And we will see you next time. Play the music.
Beautiful.
Fast lane when I pass in the street. Bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flame.